Hey everyone, this is some nerdy guy back again with another video. It's been a little over a week, so I feel like I should make something. I don't really have anything set in stone planned, so I just thought I'd wing it, make something. Um, haven't really, I've been picking up some stuff, but not enough to make it its own video, so I'm just going to keep piling on whatever I've been picking up, and I'll do a pickup video later on. But today I wanted to talk about my Game Boy Advance collection, specifically my complete in box Game Boy Advance collection. There was a time just last year where I just had like an itch like that. I remember her having the boxes as a kid, and what I used to do was so dumb. I used to have the boxes, and back when I was little, they didn't have like action figures like they do now. Like, they had some Sonic figures, but like no Mario figures or anything like that, like posable, bendable figures. There were like two. They had one for Luigi's Mansion, they had one for Mario Sunshine, but I only had the Luigi's Mansion one. And with the Sunshine one, they didn't like look right together. They weren't proportioned together, so that always bothered me too. Anyways, I used to cut the characters out of the boxes and use those as like my little toys. That's what I used to do with my boxes, and I highly regret it. So yeah, I just got like really nostalgic about it. It's like, man, I'd really like to have those boxes back. So I rebought some games that I already had, and I definitely bought a lot of games that I didn't have as a kid but I knew about and I really wanted them. And this was during like when everything was going on, all the price spikes and everything, but I still got most of these for really, not really cheap, but for decent prices. I would just like send offers or whatever. But there was something else I was gonna say. Oh yeah, and then one particular stack I got like years ago. I found them at that exchange place that I've mentioned numerous times in these videos. I found them like almost 10 or so years ago, and but I'll get to why those are special whenever I get to them. But without further ado, I'm going to starting off with a pretty unique game to the series, and it's not one that I've really put a whole lot of hours into. And I'm looking at it because I remember when I bought this, the box got crushed in the mail. That is, sorry, I'm just going to get into it. F-Zero GP Legend. This is the game that was based on the cartoon or the anime that was on Foxbox or 4Kids, whatever you want to call it. And it did not last long at all, but they had a game for it. So I thought that was really cool. And there aren't a whole lot of different... there's a handful of F-Zero games, but a lot of people don't talk about the Game Boy Advance ones. There's two of them. And I thought this one was the most unique because it was based on that anime show that they had back in the day. And I remember watching it when it was coming out. And I was like, oh, Captain Falcon, that's from Smash Bros. I know who that is. And because I used to watch Kirby and Sonic X and everything like that. So there's that one. This next one, I mainly just got because it was really cheap and the box art was really cool. And I like this series a lot, so it was a no-brainer. And that is Bomberman Tournament. Yeah, I just like the old 3D, like bubbly looking art. And you see like the other Bomberman characters in the background. I don't know. I just really like this. And then I really like Bomberman, so it was only like 20 bucks complete in box. So I was like, yeah, sure. And now it's like some of these I've tried to relook up again to see like if the prices have gone up, and a lot of these have. Especially this one. This was one of the first games I ever got for the Game Boy Advance, and I still had the manual for it, and of course the game itself, but I didn't have the box, and I would see pictures of the box art all the time, and I'm just like, it looks so good. Like, it's just pops out at you, at least to me. I've always loved it. I'm not as big of a fan of this character as good old Chicken Heart is, and he'll tell you that. But I still really like the character, and I still really like these games. And that is Wario Land 4. Just look how awesome it is. He's just rummaging through, and he's just looks so like classic 2D art, hand drawn. This is the kind of stuff I really liked about that Game Boy Advance era, like this box art. It's super nostalgic. That's all I can really say. It's not like the greatest end all to be all artwork, but it hits right here every time I see it. It's so good. I love it. This one was actually a more recent pickup for me. I got it a couple months ago, and I basically was just looking up just different obscure Game Boy Advance stuff because I got on another kick again. I was like, I kind of want to get a couple more Game Boy Advance games, and there weren't a lot of shoot 'em ups. But this one was definitely a notable one. But this one, I mean, it's a shoot 'em up, but it's more of like a Star Fox type game, and that is Iridion 3D. I think that I'm pronouncing that right. Iridion. And there's a sequel, and the sequel is a lot more rare than this. But this one I got for only like 20, 30 bucks, I think. And it came in this cool plastic protector, so I've been keeping it in there. This one is another one that I'm just like, every time I see this box art, it just like nostalgia just pours over me, and I get like a little warm and fuzzy feeling inside. A lot of people get that when they think of something nostalgic, or they see something that they had when they were a kid and it's like still in their hands. They're like, you get that nice feeling. That is Sonic Advance. This is another one. I had like 3 or 4 Game Boy Advance games like when I first got the system, and this was another one. It was like, for me, Wario Land 4, this game, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, which I don't have complete in box, but I really want to get that one, and Super Mario World, I think, was the other one. But yeah, Sonic Advance. This was probably the peak Sonic game at the time, because they were, going to more the 3D Sonic stuff. So you had your Sonic Adventure games and stuff like that. And not everybody's a fan of those. A lot of more fans like the 2D side-scrolling Sonic, and that's what this gave, was a return to that, and it was awesome. Definitely not the best Sonic game. I know people have their criticisms about it, like the certain controls, I guess, and everything. I've never really had any problems with it. I really like these games a lot. So Sonic Advance. And then to follow up with that, Sonic Advance 2. This one I got really cheap because the box is damaged. It's pretty crushed, and it doesn't have the insert. You can see in there, it's just the manual and the cartridge. Or no, it does have the insert. It's missing something, because there's a cardboard piece in there, but it's not like the actual insert. I don't know how to. Yeah, it's just like the little separator piece, but it's not an actual the actual like insert. But yeah, the manual. And then the Sonic Advance games came with posters, which was really cool. And I was glad to have this one back, because I have another one that I actually have hanging up. It's like right by my shelf here. But for Sonic Battle, they had a Sonic. It was like a double-sided. It had Sonic Advance 2 and then Sonic Battle. This one just has the Sonic Advance 2 on it. But again, just really cool 2D pics. I just like the sprite art in almost every single Game Boy Advance game. Like, just the sprite work, and a lot of the music was always really good in all these types of games. All the Marios, all the Sonics, the RPGs, the Zelda games, which I don't have any of the Zelda games complete in box, but one day. But yeah, Sonic Advance 2, as I drop it. I'm just kind of like putting them off to the side, stacking them up. This one was one of the ones that I never had as a kid, but I always wanted to, because it's a classic series for Mario, and I don't know, it just looked different, and the sprites were not of any, because sometimes if you had like the Game & Watch Gallery, or like any of the Super Mario Advance series, they all kind of use the same sprites. I mean, not totally, but you kind of get what I mean. Like for not Sonic Advance, Mario Advance 1 and 3, I think, whatever, Mario Bros. 3, I think it got confusing. It was super convoluted. But sometimes they reuse some of the same pixels or the same sprite for the characters. This one did not, and I know this one came out way later because it has a DS compatible thing on it. But that is Mario Party Advance. And I ended up trying to play this once I got it, and it's definitely not my type of game. I love Mario Party. I can sit there and play Mario Party by myself against computers. Like, I have no problem with that. But something about this one just wasn't really doing it for me. I don't know what it was, but it was just one that I was always really curious about, and I never had it as a kid. So I was just like, you know what? And the box art's still really cool. Like, you have, I don't know, like I said, the 2D hand-drawn Mario. It's cool when it's like the 2D hand-drawn, but it's the modern Mario. I don't know how to really say that because Mario's always kind of looked the same, but that early 2000s style Mario, like, or, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know. This one is one of the ones I was mentioning before. One of the first games I had, Super Mario World, Super Mario Advance 2. Like, it got super confusing because it was a series and a series because you would have Mario Bros. 3 and then it would say Super Mario Advance 4. So it's Mario 3 but Mario Advance 4. That got way too confusing. I don't know why they did it like that, but yeah. So these games were always really neat because they were just re-releases of the original game. Like, this was just Super Mario World, but they added more stuff to it. Mainly just the Mario Bros. Arcade got added to it. They added voice acting. They had Charles Martinet have a voice in this game, which I thought was kind of cool for the time. It gets a little annoying now, but and then okay, yeah, that's just for the Mario Arcade, but you can link up to 4 people. The one thing that was a little annoying was that the same Mario Bros. Arcade was in every single one of the Advanced series. Like, they couldn't like change it up or put a different game, maybe a Game and Watch game. No, it was the same Mario Bros. Every single time, and I don't really know why they did that. It seemed like kind of a waste, but I mean, hey, at least if you only had one of these as a kid, you got Mario Bros. Arcade. So, which for me, this was the only one I had. So I guess it was beneficial in its own right. Keeping with the Mario theme, this one, I don't have the insert either. It's just, it has Mario Kart Super Circuit. Again, this was one that I never had as a kid, but I remember always seeing the ads for GameStop or Walmart, Best Buy. Walmart used to have these really cool gaming like pamphlets that they would hand out, and I have some of them I've kept. I should have tried to dig them out, but they had one that was like Sonic Adventure 2 themed. They had one that was Metroid, and it actually like unfolded into a giant Metroid Prime poster, which is right here in my room, but I don't feel like being super tacky and like moving my camera around, my phone around to show it. But one day I'll show it. And Chicken Heart keeps telling me he's going to steal it one day, and it's never going to happen. But yeah, this was always one that I used to see all the time, and it was for years a Mario Kart game that I had never played. And like everybody that I talked to, it's like, oh, you're a Mario fan? You never played this? I didn't have it. I don't know. Like, it was just one of those games I never had. But again, pixel art is just so good in these. It's like having more, like, because Super Nintendo was always one of those consoles I've always liked. The 16-bit era was something I really liked a lot, and this just like amplified it, and they just continued on with it. It's like getting new Super Nintendo games but on a Game Boy. It was really cool, and I really like all this, the sprite work. I keep repeating myself. Sprite work, the sprite work, yeah. The Sierra Mist work, no. So now the rest of these are all RPGs, I'm pretty sure. Or no, actually, I'll just show this one real quick too. Here's the first Super Mario Advance game. This one's the player choice one, so it kind of bugs me that I don't really like having player's choice stuff, but these ones aren't as bad because it's just a little banner right here. You don't get it on the spine, so when you have all your games lined up, it's not a big yellow thing just sticking there, so it's not as bad. But this was another one I always remember seeing as a kid. Didn't have it. And this one is just Super Mario Bros. 2, but amped up graphics. But just look, that's so iconic. Just that image of Mario pulling a turnip out of the ground. Like, I just love it. I love it. It's just so cool. But I used to have they had Wendy's Happy Meal, or Wendy's Kids Meals, I guess. Not Happy Meals, but they had Mario toys in them. And I remember they had one that looked just like this box, but it was a board game. And I played that so much. And I don't know why, because it wasn't really a great board game. It was just super simple. But you had like all the pieces, and they had the pictures of the characters on them and stuff. And I always got a kick out of it. I was very easily amused as a kid, and I still am now. So some things never change. It's like, I just love seeing just simple artwork like this. It's just, I don't know. It's just so cool. I love it. I love it so much. Just brings me happiness. I don't know what it is. It's just This game, I noticed, started going up a lot for some reason. I mean, it's a great game, good series, and it doesn't really have a whole lot of other games to it, as far as I know. There's one on the Genesis, I know that. I think there might be one on the Saturn, I don't know. But it's a Sega game, and that is Gunstar Superheroes, the sequel to Gunstar Heroes. But I got this one, I think, for 50, and the last one I saw on eBay that, or the last ones that I saw, they were all consistently around the same price. It was over $100 or so. So I was like, I don't know. I bought it the year prior and got it for only 50, so it's already doubled. I don't really know why. I didn't think a lot of people were looking for this game, but it's really fun. Just a run and gun shooter, Mega Man type game, but the character designs are really cool. I like the armor and stuff like that. And then my copy, unfortunately, this might be why it was cheaper. It's got damage. It's like bubbling. You can kind of see it right there. It's like bubbling up the cardboard, or the paint on the cardboard. It's kind of weird, but yeah. I know I'm not giving like super detailed descriptions of these games, but I'm trying to like move through it pretty quickly so this video doesn't go on for an hour. This game I got because I honestly didn't know it existed. I know with the series, I played some of the games in the series, but I didn't know they had ones on Game Boy Advance. And I was like, oh, that was really cool. And the box art for these look awesome as well. And from what it looks like, I haven't played this one yet, but from what it looks like, it's same as the rest of the series, but it kind of has like a Pokemon kind of vibe, which, I mean, that's kind of what this game is like, but I think came out before Pokemon, if I'm not mistaken. But that is voice crack, Monster Rancher Advance. Yeah, I just think that artwork is really cool, the cover art. And yeah, I got it for not much more expensive than just the cartridge by itself, so I can't really complain about that. And it is complete. I don't think it had, I thought it had a poster or something. Maybe I'm wrong. No, it doesn't. But it does have a cool thing for the Nintendo Power Advance magazine, a little sign-up thing for it. And yeah, I like my Monster Rancher. I love my RPGs, of course. And I don't have that many RPGs for the Game Boy Advance. The best one, in my opinion, Superstar Saga. Best RPG. It might not be the most intriguing, the most like cool whatever RPG, but it's the best one to me. It's like, it mixes the best two things ever for me. RPGs, Mario, coolest thing ever. It wasn't the first to do it, obviously, but just having the inclusion of Luigi just makes it so much better for me, because Super Mario RPG on the SNES didn't have Luigi in it really, or at all. I think he's in like one little part, but you don't get to play as him. And then Paper Mario, Luigi's there, but you don't get to play as him. So I'm just like, this is better. You get Luigi with you. So yeah, this stack is all mainly RPG games, and most of this stack are all from the same series, and it's the one that has the little story to it. But before that one is this, and I got this for a steal at a random retro game store, and eventually went out of business. But they had this priced at only $30 when I found it. That is Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. Another series that people are crying to have back, and I'm in the same boat. It's got like 3 games, because there's the first game, this game, and one on the PSP, I believe. But it's a fan favorite for like the side games to Final Fantasy, and for whatever reason they have not. I mean, they've sort of brought it back with Triangle Strategy, but people want like an actual like Final Fantasy Tactics game. But yeah, for only $30, this to get any RPG complete in the box for the Game Boy Advance for only $30, that's you never pass that up if you can help it. I mean, unless you don't like RPGs, then you're probably like, well, I don't give a crap about that. And that's fair. Whatever, to each their own. So, oh wait, sorry, this one wasn't part of the stack. I'm saving the story one for last. But this was one of the only Game Boy Advance boxes I ever kept when I was a kid, and the only reason I did was because it had a cool holographic cover for it, which might give away what it is. And at first, I thought I had the one for the other game, and I was like, why didn't I keep one for the other game I have? And I think it's because I bought it pre-owned at GameStop, and I never even had the box to begin with. I just had the cartridge, because otherwise I probably would have kept that box too, and I really wish I would have got like a new copy of it. But this one is Pokemon Fire Red, and the other game was Ruby. I had first Pokemon game I had was Ruby, and the box is the same. It's cool red holographic. Red's my favorite color. If I would have had that box, I probably would have kept it. But like I said, I think I had it pre-owned. But this one, I did not. I got this one brand new, and I was like, wow, Charizard's cool, and it's holographic. I want to keep that. That's cool. But again, with this one, it's a player's choice copy, and mine has like a little crease right there. But yeah, complete in box Pokemon games. I mean, they've always been more expensive over the years, and it's only just gotten worse and worse and worse. But I've seen copies of these for like, I think 300 or something like that, and I'm just like, how? Why? That's insanity. But I mean, they're still really great games. Pokemon's always a classic. Everybody's gonna be crazy for Pokemon till the end of time, I believe. So, but I'm just glad that I smartened up a little bit as a kid and was like, I'm gonna keep this box because I didn't keep any other ones. So this is the little stack that I was talking about, because they're all within the same series, and I found these at that exchange place, and they were only $5. And if you look up any of these games now, they're a lot more than $5, which is crazy to me. And it was a series that I didn't really know about. I knew about the character, obviously, once you see what they are, but I didn't really know about this little side series, and that it had an anime, like a kid's cartoon, go with it and everything. At the time, had no idea about it. But when I saw these, and they were only $5, and it was during my birthday when I found them, so I had money in my pocket to buy them. So, and this one was the most expensive one. I think the last time I looked at it, it was like $200 complete in the box. But that is Mega Man Battle Network. And this, again, is right up my alley. Two things that I like. Mega Man, a 2D platforming game, and then they threw it into RPG Land, and it's an RPG. So it's definitely, I don't want to keep comparing every RPG to Pokemon, but a lot of these like more kid-friendly, like child-based ones are like more reminiscent of Pokemon. Because with this one, it's like you get your little character, which you have Mega Man, and you battle him. It's more like Digimon because it's, you know, in a digital world battle network thing. But each character like gets your own robot, I guess, character, and you customize it, fight it. A little like Custom Robo, but it's turn-based. So, yeah. At least from what I remember. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's only this one, because I have, so there's Battle Network and Battle Chip Challenge. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I mean, not really. It's just been that long since I've played these. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm pretty positive they're turn-based. But they still have Mega Man parts to the game, so it's kind of like a hybrid of both. But yeah. And so like you get your character still, and you like run around the town and stuff like that. Yeah, right there. And then there's the combat right there. And then these other two, this is the third in the series. They started doing the Pokemon thing where they had two different versions. There was like white and blue, and I think yellow and red. So this is the last game that I have. I think it was red and yellow, and then blue and white, I think is how they did it. But yeah, these games are all like stupid expensive. But yeah, Mega Man Battle Network. And there's rumors that they're going to make a Mega Man Battle Network collection, since they've been doing all of the Mega Man games as collections over the past couple years. And hopefully they do, because obviously I don't have all of them, and I would like to have all of them just in one thing. And I would also like to not have to try to collect the rest of them by paying hundreds of dollars to get each one. So, yeah. So the main reason when I found these, obviously the main reason I bought them is because they were cheap. And I didn't have boxed Game Boy Advance stuff at the time. and it was the same type of thing. Even though I was a lot younger, I was still nostalgic about the Game Boy Advance, and I was like, oh wow, I've never had games in the box, and these are only $5 a piece. I was like, heck yeah. I bought all of them. So yeah, that's my little story to go with these. And that pretty much does it. 25 minutes, usually how long my videos are now. But yeah, that is my Game Boy Advance collection here. So there's that stack. And I'm going to have to go back and play some of the Battle Network games, because I completely butchered explaining that. But I'm pretty positive they were turn-based, like Pokemon type RPGs. But if I'm wrong, someone's going to let me know about it and to call me a fake fan, so it's all right. But anyways, if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and everything. Thank you to everyone who watched my last video. I didn't expect that to blow up at all. I mean, for me, it was blowing up. It got up to like 400 something views, and a bunch of people were commenting on it. Thank you to everybody that watched that video and who watches any of these videos. I'm glad you guys enjoy them. I'm gonna try to keep making them. I didn't get to do 2 videos this week. I was trying to do 2 every week. Things just get busy and everything like that, but I'm trying to keep more consistent, so I'm not like taking huge long breaks and then trying to come back. I'm going to try to keep it consistent and hopefully have better ideas for videos to make and things to talk about besides just pickups and just showing a random collection. Try to do different stuff. So anyways, have a good one, and until next one, see ya.